You want to hear some great stoner rock? In the style of like Clutch. It's stoner, it's psych, southern rock, fuzz, lots of fuzz, psych, doom. Absolutely great stuff. Wonderful stuff. Hey group, welcome to Extract Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Evil chicken, cooked. Gotta discuss the elephant in the room. They pretty much acknowledge they started as an AI project. But now they say they're a real band. Real people are playing the instruments and singing. Good for them. It's hard to put that genie back in the bottle through. I don't see a physical release. If there is, I missed it. And no gigs. And we don't care. $15,000 likes for the opening track. Crap happens. I censored. Darn PG-13 rating that YouTube forces on me. Yeah, 50,000 people have liked that song. Did they care if it was AI or real, or they're gigging or touring or have a physical product? No, we don't care. Cool song about using the word shit in every aspect, as a noun, as an adjective, whatever else. And a noun. Fine. And it is great stuff. Have you ever heard Evil Chicken yet? There's their second record. You're losing out. And YouTube will help you find it. YouTube loves Evil Chicken. When you look up Evil Chicken on Google, which I did to do my homework for this, this is their line from their PR. Not a band, not a plan, possibly not real. So, and it's only been around 2 years. Okay? Evil Chicken's only about 2 years old. So they're prolific. And, 14 songs, 72 minutes for this record. I forget the amount of time the first record had, scrambled. Okay? You get the metaphor? For being messed up on pot and shrooms and whatever else you get your hands on. So, it is great stuff. All killer, no filler. 72 minutes. All killer, no filler. You even get a lyric video for porn to be high. Great stuff. I saved 4 songs. I said it's all killer, no filler, but I can't save every song for my YouTube likes. You only get 5,000, right? So, crap happens. Born to be high. Bill a Bong, and Too High to Die. I had to keep those four. And I'm just confused as hell. Now I'll bring it up to the guys when I notify them that this video is coming. You know, the third record's about done. Or is out. I'm not sure. Because I guess they're now using Reddit or some other site to release it, to release their stuff. YouTube just released this like a week or two ago. You know, because I follow the new releases, you know, and I subscribe to Evil Chicken. And so YouTube, hey, you want to hear the new record from, per se, from Evil Chicken Cooked? Yes, I do. I prepared for this review. And cool. And then I look up on Facebook, the Evil Chicken Facebook site. They're talking about the third record. Apparently, this was released on Reddit or somewhere else. Yeah, like summer, fall last year. We're a YouTube channel, Evil Chicken. I implore you to be kinder to YouTube. And I'm looking forward to the third record. What's good? Fried. I have a note here. Fried is about to be, or it is out, I'm not sure. So, I mean, they got artwork for every song. But of course, when you look, do we care if it's AI or when I'm going through these 14 songs and when I reviewed the debut record, you know, Evil Chicken left a message, a comment saying, oh, we're going to be real now. Going to be real musicians. And there's some stuff here that I very much hear to my amateur ear. You know, can I deal between real and AI instrumentation? Probably not. The world's trying to keep up between AI and real. But when you hear the song here, The Wild Rover, one song about, not necessarily about drugs. The guitar sounds pretty real. Don't know if AI can do that. That sounds like a real guitar. And the singer for Evil Chicken, which normally kind of sounds like the singer from Clutch. No, this time he's hidden the notes like he's auditioning for The Voice or something. Doing real metal. Cool song, not my cup of tea necessarily. But it sounded real. The other 13 songs, you know, discuss. But The Wild Rover definitely sounded more organic than not. So, when you listen to Evil Chicken, regardless of the discussion of, you know, do they tour, do they have a physical record? And of course, you know, 72 minutes album, they don't do that anymore. We don't do 72 minutes for a record anymore, boys and girls. You know, that's a lot of vinyl. You know, it would be a 2 albums. 2 albums cost a lot of money. One costs a lot of money. It's like 3 or 4 hours of work. If you're making like minimum wage, geez, or not that well. Hopefully you're all professionals out there. I'm proud of you. So it's stoner, southern rock, fuzz rock. Oh yeah. Heavy psych. Yeah. And doom. You know, kind of slow at times. You know, really gets you that doom, psych, stoned mood. Great stuff. Only been around 2 years. And I'm just going to make a point, if I may digress, as I often do. This is not new. It's not new. Oh, is that real? I'm going to talk about a 40-year-old record from an artist we all love. You love your Gary Moore. Yes, we do. Remember Wild Frontier? Great record, right? It was pretty good. Despite Gary Moore working with the iconic drummers of his generation, of all time, in rock and roll, he worked with the best. Ginger Baker from Cream. You know, when he was in the, okay, take Eric's place in Cream and call it PBM. He played with Ginger Baker. He played with Cozy Powell, drummer to everybody. He played with Ian Pace from Deep Purple in that period when Deep Purple wasn't around. He had Ian Pace on drums. Simon Phillips. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know, Tommy Aldridge. I don't remember which one had Tommy Aldridge. You know, and the guy from Coliseum. Coliseum is the drummer. The leader of Coliseum is the drummer. You know, now I forget the drummer's name. Sorry. Remind me in the comments. So he played with iconic drummers. Now I'll mention a few. We can keep on going, I'm sure. Drum machine on this record. A flippin' drum machine for Wild Frontier. It's a good record. But there's a drum machine. The drum programming, for Pete's sake. 40 years ago. So AI, you know, and of course we got pitch, the pitch perfection, whatever you call it, the all kinds of things to perfect the music nowadays. And now you don't even need musicians anymore. All those obscene songs that YouTube has and pushes on you with the alleged female singer singing about all the things she likes to have done to her or have her do to you. Yeah. Some young lady or old lady is a real life lady sung that. It would sing that live in a show. No. That's AI. So, of course, we're here to support live bands, bands that tour, bands that release physical music and entertain us in person. We like that. We love that. But as a fan of music, you give me good stuff. You give me great stuff. Do we really care? I love to see people play this live. It's not impossible to play, as Clutch demonstrates, since this kind of resembles a certain band. But damn, it's good. Evil Chicken is great stuff. And, I mean, we're in an age where you wonder how much a studio record is real. Well, I'm not going to get paranoid about it. If it's good and kind of original, Evil Chicken's original, despite what I said about Clutch. I love bands that sound like other bands. I like my No Bulls sounded like the band No Bulls sounded like AC/DC, and the Angels sounded like AC/DC, and Warno Bucket sounded like AC/DC, and the Upper Crust sounded like AC/DC, and the Fast Way to Abuse sounded like Led Zeppelin, and I do not begrudge bands sounding like their inspiration material. No problem. I love Led Zeppelin. I love AC/DC. Love Sabbath. And you want to sound like those bands? Go for it. You want to do something slightly different and mash it up? But give me good stuff. I don't know where even Evil Chicken comes from. It's part of their allure. Where are they from? Who are they? You don't get a name. Is there a name? I don't think I got a name attached to these guys. And where they come from? I think I had an implication they're in America. That's it. Could be totally wrong. Totally off. They could be from Singapore, for as far as I know. Production's great. Ain't no ballads. Unless you consider these love songs to drugs. But no ballads. Can you play this in mixed company? Maybe not in Narc. But then pot's legal in most places now. Kinda. I'm in Ohio. It's kinda legal in Ohio. Just don't buy the cheaper stuff in Michigan and take over the line. That's illegal. That'll bust you. I'm in Ohio in the United States of America. And if you go over the state line to the state up north, Michigan, up there, and you buy your pot there where it's cheaper, and you bring it home to Ohio, hypothetically, the cops can bust you for bringing Michigan pot into Ohio. If you buy your pot in Ohio, you're cool. And there's a whole thing about certain things now becoming illegal again in Ohio, and with the drinks and whatever. So pot's kinda legal in Ohio. It is on YouTube, but the third record is not on YouTube yet. So I see on Facebook, the third record is about ready to come out, if it hasn't come out on whatever other platform. But this just got on YouTube now. Enjoy. If you go on Facebook, they'll tell you where to find the third record. And of course, there is no record, so I use the word record out of habit because I'm old. Anything to offend you. Everything. If you're straight in terms of narcotics, if you're straight edge, this is not cool. If you're in AA or NA, Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous. Naughty, bad. It will encourage you to go get messed up. Don't get messed up. Unless you can handle your high. If you can't handle your high, you can't handle your booze, quit it. Go straight edge like me. You know, we want you around. I'm just the sort that I'm straight edge, but I love drug and alcohol songs. Sing to me about being messed up. I'll watch. So, the entire concept of evil chicken is offensive to squares or conservatives. Same thing. If you're a conservative and you're messed up on drugs, you're a hypocrite. But it's 72 minutes. Flew by. You like this video? Bless your heart. Give it a like. Subscribe to Action Rock Corner. Ring the notification bell. And go listen to Evil Chicken Cooked. They have illustrations for every track too. That's unique to the track. So cool. And a lyric video, like I said, for, what was the song? Born to Be High. Oh yeah. Good artwork. Good tunes. Just how organic it is it? It's cool. For latest in action rock, energy rock, garage, punk, psychobilly, psych, industrial sometimes, anything really rocks, and classic legacy bands. Come on back. We'll have it for you here at Action Rock Corner. Thank you for watching. Remember, have fun with your music. That looks fun, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it looks fun. Check it out. Thank you again for watching. See you again soon.